Welcome, learners, to another deep dive. Today, we're embarking on a journey to uncover the extraordinary life and lasting impact of a true country music pioneer.
That's right.
We're talking about Jeannie Seely,
Hmm.
Grammy winner, Grand Ole Opry stalwart for decades, and really a trailblazer whose recent passing has brought her remarkable story back into focus.
It's a truly compelling story, not just about an artist with immense talent, but about someone who profoundly shaped an iconic American institution. And our deep dive today is primarily guided by an insightful article from People magazine, which gives a really comprehensive overview of her journey.
Okay, so our mission here is to distill the most vital insights from her career, really understand her unique influence, and maybe reveal some surprising ways she helped steer country music into the modern era.
Right.
You might think you know the Opry, but you might be surprised just how much Jeannie Seely contributed to its evolution.
Exactly. We'll trace her path from, those childhood dreams right through to her breakthrough success.
And then her role at the Opry itself.
And then delve into her pivotal, often quite subtle role in driving change within the very traditions she held so dear.
Right.
It's important we note Jeannie Seely passed away on Friday, August 1st, 2025. She was 85. Complications from an intestinal infection.
It's been a tough year for her health-wise.
Yeah, her health had been challenging throughout 2025, multiple surgeries, pneumonia, and this also came after the passing of her husband, Eugene Ward, back in December 2024.
Such a loss.
Mm.
So let's begin with her roots. Jeannie Seely, born in Titusville, Pennsylvania, 1940, youngest of four.
Right. But her destiny seemed clear, or at least clear to her, from a very young age.
How so?
Well, what's particularly striking is her immediate, deep connection to the Grand Ole Opry. Her family would gather around the radio on Saturday nights.
A classic scene.
Totally.
Yeah.
And she famously declared at just 8 years old that she wanted to be on that stage.
Wow, 8 years old, and she knew.
She knew. She was inspired by all those Opry legends, Roy Octave, Minnie Pearl, Ernest Tubb, Kitty Wells, Little Jimmy Dickens, Gene Shepard.
Greats.
Absolutely. But it wasn't just about the music for her. She put it perfectly. She said, I just wanted to know them. I wanted to be a part of that family that I heard every week.
That's powerful, that sense of family.
It really is. And it's quite profound how deeply that childhood dream shaped her whole life path. From an early age, she was clearly driven.
Performing on local radio at 11.
Yeah, started early, then worked as a stenographer. Eventually, kind of tired of the snow, she moves to California in 61.
California, okay.
Worked at a bank initially, then became a secretary at Imperial Records. But always with that magnetic pull toward music.
So California wasn't the final stop.
No, definitely just a stepping stone. She really honed her songwriting skills there. She even co-wrote Anyone Who Knows What Love Is Will Understand with Randy Newman.
Read that out with Randy Newman.
Yeah, and it became a hit for R&B singer Irma Thomas. She was also writing for country artists too, Connie Smith, Dottie West, Norma Jean.
So already making waves as a writer.
Exactly. Her songwriting prowess in California, well, it showcased her multifaceted talent even before her singing career truly took off.
But Nashville was calling.
Oh, yeah. Despite some early success there, signing with Challenge Records for her own stuff, that gravitational pull of Nashville was just too strong. She made the full-time move in 1965.
And famously arrived with almost nothing.
Famously arrived with only $50 and a Ford Falcon. That's the story.
Incredible. And Nashville welcomed her pretty quickly, it seems.
Like immediately. Within a month, Porter Wagoner hired her for his road show and his syndicated TV series.
Oh, wow. Talk about hitting the ground running.
Right. And then her defining moment that arrived in 1966. She signed with Monument Records, released Don't Touch Me.
Ah, the big one.
The big one. It soared to number 2 on the U.S. Hot Country Songs chart. Huge success. Earned her Grammy nominations, and crucially, the win for Best Country and Western Vocal Performance Female.
And that nickname.
That distinct, soulful delivery earned her the fitting nickname Miss Country Soul.
Okay, so Don't Touch Me opens the door to the Opry.
Immediately. The buzz from that song led straight to an invitation to perform, and what's really remarkable is she'd never even attended an Opry show before performing there.
No way.
Yeah. She talked about standing shoulder to shoulder in the wings with all my heroes at her very first performance. Must have been surreal.
I can only imagine. And she became a member soon after.
Inducted in 1967. And for her, Well, she said the Opry is just simply a way of life.
But she wasn't just a performer there, was she? She actually influenced the show itself.
Oh, absolutely. Her influence extended far beyond just singing. She played a really crucial role in modernizing the whole fabric of the stage show.
Okay, let's get into that. The miniskirt incident is pretty famous,
That
right?
really is. So at her first performance, there was this unspoken dress code for women, gingham, long ruffled skirts.
The traditional look.
Exactly. And Seely takes the stage in a miniskirt, and she gets immediate pushback from the Opry manager, Aunt Divine.
I bet she did.
But she calmly explained, I just moved from California. This is what everyone's wearing. And she told him, you do know the trend is coming.
Ah.
Then, with that characteristic wit, she quipped, okay, I'll make you a deal. I won't wear any in the back door if you don't let anybody come in the front door wearing them, because it's gonna happen.
That's brilliant. Just laid it out there.
Totally. And what this anecdote reveals is her ability to challenge these entrenched norms with both humor and foresight. And guess what? It wasn't long before other women followed suit, ditched the ruffles.
Amazing. And she didn't stop at fashion, did she? She pushed for women hosts, too.
Relentlessly. She argued that, look, a third of the talent pool here is women, and they're being wasted by not hosting, and that the women in the audience were being ignored too.
Makes perfect sense.
Right, and this really highlights an important dynamic about how change, sometimes profound change, can happen within these long-standing institutions.
So when did women actually start hosting?
Well, technically, she became the first woman to host in 1985, but that was only because the scheduled male host got stuck in a snowstorm.
Oh, so out of necessity.
Exactly. But her persistent advocacy, pushing for it, it eventually bore fruit. New management finally changed the rule officially in 1993, allowing women to regularly host.
Took long enough.
It did, but she held this powerful belief. She said, somewhere there's a little girl listening who wants to be there as badly as I did. That kept her going.
And her dedication to the Opry itself, just showing up, the numbers are staggering.
Truly unmatched. Over 5,300 times she performed there. The final count, I think, is 5,397 appearances.
Wow.
And as recently as 2022, she was celebrating 55 years as a member, still appearing 2-3 times a week. Just incredible commitment.
That really is defining your life by the Opry.
Completely. And her recording career continued too, of course. She had other top 20 hits, things like It's Only Love in 66, A Wandering Man in 67, I'll Love You More Than You Need in 68.
And those duets with Jack Green.
Right, successful duets with Jack Green, like Wish I Didn't Have to Miss You from 69. That actually earned her a 3rd Grammy nomination.
But life wasn't always smooth sailing, was it? There were personal challenges.
No, definitely not. She married songwriter Hank Cochran in 69. They divorced in 81. And then there was a really severe car accident in 1977.
That sounds serious.
It was. Fractured jaw, broken ribs, punctured lung. Pretty bad. And reports suggest her career did kind of suffer, maybe experience some setbacks in the years right after that.
That's tough to come back from.
For sure. But despite those hurdles, she just consistently evolved her artistry. She appeared with Willie Nelson on the soundtrack for Honeysuckle Rose in 1980.
Oh, yeah, classic movie.
Toured extensively with him, too. And she even explored acting a bit, did some musicals like Taking It Home, and a Nashville revival of The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Always trying new things.
Always evolving. She continued recording into the 90s, and listen to this, she released a new song, Suffer Time, just last year in 2024, still working on new music.
That's amazing. What was her philosophy on work? She seemed to just keep going.
She had this great quote, genuinely refreshing. She said, I'm not retired, I just quit working. They're two different things. I only do what I enjoy. If it sounds like too much work, I just know we don't want to do that.
I love that. I just quit working.
Isn't that great? And the accolades continued, 4-time CMA Award nominee. And just in 2023, she received the honorary Joe Talbot Award for outstanding leadership and contributions to preserving country music's values.
Well deserved. And she released quite a few albums over the years.
Over 15 studio albums throughout her career, a really substantial body of work.
And her later personal life, she remarried.
Yes, she married Nashville attorney Gene Ward in 2010. And she was right by his side until he sadly passed away from cancer in December 2024.
So much loss towards the end.
Yeah, really difficult times. She's survived by her extended family, many friends, and her special cat, Corey.
A cat person? Gotta love it! What an extraordinary life, though. Just unwavering dedication, immense talent, and that quiet yet profound revolution she led.
Yeah, quiet revolution is a good way to put it.
Jeannie Seely was, well, She was far more than just a singer. She was a force who not only lived out that childhood dream, but in doing so, actually reshaped the very fabric of the Grand Ole Opry.
Her story really powerfully illustrates that true influence, it often blossoms from within, doesn't it? By challenging norms, advocating for progress, but doing it while staying deeply committed to the core values of the institution itself.
That's a great point. She wasn't trying to tear it down, but make it better, more inclusive.
Exactly. She was a constant presence, a fierce and, let's be honest, witty advocate, and just a truly beloved member of that Opry family for over 5 decades.
And the Opry is paying tribute, right?
Yes, as a final tribute, the Grand Ole Opry is dedicating its August 2nd show, tonight's show, actually, to her memory.
A fitting honor, that final number of appearances again.
An astounding 5,397. Just let that sink in.
Incredible.
So, what does this all mean for you as you reflect on Jeannie Seely's legacy? Maybe consider how one individual's consistent, thoughtful, often subtle efforts can actually catalyze significant change, even in seemingly unchangeable traditions.
Yeah, it makes you think. How do you find your own voice?
Exactly. How do you advocate for evolution in the spaces and communities that you care about most? It's a question worth asking, I think.